as he searches out the classroom he's supposed to be in for his first hour class. That class is Spanish 1, and when he finds the room, right over there, up the stairs to the left, first room on the right, he finds a young woman inside with blonde hair and the most perfectly genuine smile. His first thought was that she must be a senior. But she was sitting at the teacher's desk. That young kid, of course, was me, and that young woman was Miss East, or Señorita East, as I would soon learn to call her. As it turns out, it was her first hour class teaching. We started Rochester High School together. It was a lucky string of events that even led me to have an interest in learning Spanish. A 9-year-old me overheard a pair of young women speaking a different language at a dinner table next to mine while out with my grandparents. One of them then leaned over and spoke to my grandma in perfect English. From that moment, I was enthralled with this notion of being able to speak in code. When the first chance to take a foreign language class came around in 7th grade, I planned to take German, but it conflicted with choir, and I liked my middle school choir teacher, Mr. Zirkin, so I chose that, and thank goodness. If you boil it all down, our life's journey is ultimately just a series of forks, of decisions. Most are easy, a few are hard. Most are inconsequential, a few are high stakes. Others are innocuous. You only realize their significance when you look back over the vast expanse of time and ponder how you ended up where you are. Having Miss East as my Spanish teacher was one of those forks. It was innocuous at the time, but it came to be one of the biggest forks in my life's journey, and it's been immeasurably better for it. I didn't think I would do this. I practiced this like 10 times. Throughout the first year, Miss East had this infectious energy about her every single day. It made you want to learn. She was her true, authentic self. She treated us with respect. She treated us like humans. She met us where we were, and that matters. I really wanted to learn Spanish, and I worked hard at it, and I was pretty good at it. She nurtured that passion every single day. Later that year, when some representatives from a foreign exchange student program came to talk to us, I knew instantly that I wanted to do that. But how in the world was that going to be possible? I was from the trailer park. I was poor. I mean poor. Sure, I was a smart kid, but I was getting to an age where I knew how limited my options appeared to be. And between Miss East and her then colleague Skip, they encouraged me to get creative. I tried asking local TV stations to sponsor me. Nope. How about the Detroit News or the Free Press or the Oakland Press? Nope. In desperation, I tried to reach out to the now defunct Rochester Clarion weekly periodical. They couldn't sponsor me directly, but they did give me publicity. And through that publicity, I was able to raise the $3,000 needed for a 6-week study abroad program in Chile. Through that journey, Miss East encouraged me every single day to keep going, to persevere, to not give up. She acted far, far beyond the dictates of her job description. That experience changed everything for me. Even though it was only 6 weeks, it whet my appetite for more. I returned to Chile the following year for a full semester, and not only did I learn to speak completely fluent Spanish, it opened my eyes to the wider world outside the trailer park paradigm that I knew. It taught me about critical thinking. Hi, Mr. Horst. I saw you in here somewhere. It taught me about critical thinking, history, tolerance, diversity, and the spirit of exploration and adventure that drives my life every day, even now. And perhaps most importantly, it helped me learn self-respect, and that the only limits that existed were those that I imposed upon myself. Everything that has followed in my life since, all the successes and the occasional failures, stem from those lessons. It is not hyperbole to say that Beth East was transformational to helping me become who I am today. She did not single-handedly make all these things happen, of course, but she provided the spark, and it kept going by feeding it with kindling until I was ready to light the torch for myself and run with it. Miss East, thank you you for helping me find my spark. And thank you on behalf of the thousands of other students for whom you've done the same. Any teacher would be proud to have impacted as many lives as you. Perhaps even more astonishing is that you did it through teaching a subject that so many people write off as superfluous. You are a beacon of light in this school, and your legend will live on for generations to come. It's true. You literally changed the world, Ms. East, because you were the guide at that seemingly innocuous fork in the road for me and for so many others over these past 30 years. As someone who was there at the very beginning of your career here, it is among the highest honors of my adult life to be able to be here and to be here today remembering you at its close. Gracias por ser la mejor profesora que he tenido en mi vida. Gracias por creer en mí. Y gracias por continuar a ser mi amiga. Thank you for being the best teacher I ever had. Thank you for believing in me. And thank you for continuing to be my friend.
I don't know if I'm supposed to have the mic, but can I really quick? I know that, I remember sitting through these luncheons and I'm like, what's this thing out? But I finally, okay. Let me breathe, let me